What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? I got something fun I want to share with you. I just got this. My lady went to Disney World. She left last Saturday and got back this past Wednesday. My daughter, who played flute in a high school band. All right, I want to hear you. One time at band camp, I do that all the time to her. But long story short, they got a trip to Disney World. So my lady went as a chaperone, and I heard that these are being sold at this one store in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge called Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. That's where I've got my other Legacy lightsabers from them. That's what they call the line, Legacy lightsabers. But there was a lot of promises made when it came to Galaxy's Edge that just never came true. But they opened up this they call it the Star Cruiser, the Galactic Star Cruiser, the Halcyon. And that's right there is the logo of the Halcyon. And the idea of it was simply, it was a 2-day, 2-night cruise ship in space, and you immerse yourself in a Star Wars story. Almost like a choose-your-own-adventure. You know, the entire time you're completely engaged. They fed you to the hilt, apparently. I mean, you got your money's worth in food. And you could either be rebel, or you could be part of the First Order and helping them out. And you can sabotage the ship, or you could help fix the ship, and all kinds of stuff. So this item was something that you were only supposed to be able to get on that Star Cruiser. It was a part of that story, and again, we'll get to that specific here in a minute. But it closed after a year and a half. It was about $2,000 a night per person. And they pretty much priced out most of the fan base, and only the people, of course, who can spend $4 to $7, $8 grand on a two-night hotel experience got to experience it, or influencers. There's a lot of influencers that I'm pretty sure got their tickets free, especially the first week or whatever. But long story short, it was too expensive. Once you did it, it was kind of like, okay, I mean, there was really no replayability, I suppose. And it closed down after about a year and a half. It was a tremendous failure. So all of the exclusive items are going into Galaxy's Edge down in Walt Disney World. I don't know if Disneyland is going to get any, or if they have. I would hope not, since this was a Walt Disney World exclusive thing. And there are things over in Disneyland, like the Hatbox Ghost Sipper, that I had a whole bunch of people tell me that they were going to get me one, but no one ever did. Of course, paying for it myself. I don't know. I don't think they should get any of the Halcyon stuff because I couldn't get my sipper here. But long story short, this was at Doc Ondar's, and within the Galaxy's Edge nonsense, or I'm sorry, the Star Cruiser nonsense, there was a lightsaber training section. And they had a very specific hilt design just for that. And that's exactly what this is. This was a purchasable version of the training saber. Now, all of the Galaxy's Edge sabers come in a container like this, with a few exceptions. Like, I got the dark saber last time I was down there, and the box was the same shape, but it was a heavy cardboard, and it was longer because it had to come with its own blade due to the shape of the, you know, the dark saber blade versus something like this, which we will see inserted into this sexy motherfucker. So here we go. We're gonna look at the thing. I'll show you the case. It's plastic. If you've never seen one of these, I find it pretty cool because if you go through Space Mountain, throughout the cube, this shape is all over the walls. Not exact, but close enough to where I think that they try to put Space Mountain in the canon. These originally sold for about $170, and I remember people were like, "Oh my god, that's expensive for one of these." But now that they're being, you know, filed off, so to speak, well, wow, it doesn't even say on there. They're $120 right now. That's how much they are. They're discounted heavily. And the great thing about this is, again, it was exclusive to one store within Disney, and you had to pay $2,000 a night per person to get to the store. And now they're just getting rid of their inventory. I hope they don't make this a production saber. I'm not the type that collects for investment, but between the Star Wars cats and the Disney cats, And this was super exclusive. And because of the price, you can tell nobody's really getting them. This might become a rare thing in the future. Maybe not. Maybe they'll keep building it and tell me to fuck myself with my predictions. So these things are kind of a pain to open. I'll try to do it with one hand, but it's impossible almost. I mean, I kind of can. These all catch on something in here. I don't know. Maybe if I took my file to it. But to open the damn thing, you press this little button. And different lightsabers have different insignias. I mean, my Darth Vader one has, I believe, the Imperial symbol. So this is exactly how it came packaged. It would have also been in oh, I'm sorry. No. They have 2 strips of fabric tape going across here. The kind with the fabric in the middle of it. But this is how you receive the saber. Not all of them come with these little buttons here. These buttons are the Arabic alphabet. And the idea is you can customize your lightsaber with, say, your initial. Or maybe you have a nickname. I don't know. Whatever the fucking case is. But you can do that. They're cheap plastic from what I'm hearing. And I hear as long as you're not out and about with your saber and it's not bouncing off the side of your leg, it stays on. It's supposed to attach right here. Well, yeah, I hear it doesn't hang on too well, you know, aside from just, you know, playing around with it at home or leaving it on your shelf. So if you do decide to get one of these, I suppose put one of these on. And if you really want it to be what's going to be there, just glue it. Put a dab of super glue and you're good to go. The hilt itself comes in. We'll look at the packaging because that's what you do, right? Comes in this cool little thing. There's like a vacuum form plastic form here for it to cradle in. It looks like it just pops right out like that. They wrap it in this really cool fabric. It's kind of silky and you might want to rub it against your genitalia. I absolutely do not do that. So here's the hilt itself. The one thing I like about this hilt is, in my opinion, it's like the perfect blend of prequel and original trilogy. I think they blended the 2 styles very well. This is your cover tech. There's a special belt system that you can attach this to, and that's what that's all about. You have 2 choices, D-ring or this thing here. And the cover tech belt clip thing I have, you can do both if you really want, not at the same time, but you have the option for both. This is the only part of this lightsaber that I will fucking cry about until the end of tomorrow. On the Star Cruiser, hitting this button ignited your blade. It ignited your fucking blade. Disney could have just easily have done that, but this is where you get an ignition switch. Now, I'm pretty sure I know why they did it. There's probably a ton of electronics just right here alone. But I bet you if I really cared to, I could give this to a sabersmith out there and they could open this thing up and probably make it even sound better for a NeoPixel blade. But I'm not really down with that. I mean, this was $120. It's a nice solid construction. I mean, it's absolutely great quality. It really is. But I don't know if I would want to spend the money to convert it. Maybe figure out how to do it myself. I don't know. So, looking at the emitter part, these do come with a blade plug. Most of them do. As a matter of fact, I think they all do. You can't really see it, but there is like a little industrial kind of design in there with ribs. And then that piece in the middle, which I like to put chrome on that. I got a chrome pen that works awesome. So I usually do that to give it some visual interest. I'll put that aside. There's your slot for inserting. I know you can't really see that again because of no light, but whatever. You got these nice grips. They're a nice solid rubber, and this actually feels great in the hand. The saber itself is much lighter than a couple of my other ones that I bought from. I have 3 Galaxy's Edge Legacy sabers. I have this, I have Vader, and I have the Dark Saber, and I have one I built at this place called Savi's Workshop too. If you want me to do like a pseudo review or an overlook of any of those, let me know in the comments. Maybe we'll go through all of my saber hilts, even the ones that don't ignite or make any sound. On the pommel here, we have, that's the crest or the symbol of the Halcyon starship. I think it's actually pretty cool. And you got your moon over here, and you got the planet, and I don't know. Maybe if you do it this way, it's the Death Star blowing it up. Wow! No more life there, buddy! Everybody's gone and incinerated. Little details like that were on the original Flash flash tube handle thing from the original prop. This is where you would stick that. You know what? It should have been like a magnet system. You know. The only other thing of note is this orange here. This orange here, and of course these letters. They're just clear stickers that easily peel off. I just wanted to show it to you as it came out of the box. In case you do go get one and you're like, wait a minute, mine has all these dumb stickers. Well, they come with it. They have to have that stuff for legal Eagle shit. You just screw this here to get into your batteries. I'm trying to rush this now so we can fire it up and I can sign off, because I'm trying not to make my videos too long, but nice quality. I mean, you could get stuff like this at the saber shop, I'm pretty sure. And that's it, just some connections inside there. This is the stereotypical battery holder for pretty much every saber I've had from them. You just unscrew that one screw. This is just a sleeve, and there are 3 AAA batteries in here. These sabers tend to be, and it does have that triangular groove, and you got to match the male end of it here. But one thing to note about any of these sabers, is that all the way in? Yeah, no, now it is they're very particular about the battery power. If your batteries are almost dead, the blade acts bizarre, almost like it's not in there solid enough. The batteries that were in here were garbage. So if you get yours and it's all funky, that's why. Another thing to note about these, the blade does not come with it. The blade is another extra, I think they're like 40 or 50, 60 bucks, depending on the length. I just so happen to have one from when I bought when I built my Savi's Workshop lightsaber. It comes with the blade. How you do these things is you just match up that little chrome piece with a divot in here. There we go. And then you twist it to lock it in. It lets you know that you're plugging something into it. You know, give you a little bit of a whatever. So I'm going to ignite it now so you can hear the sound. And then I'll turn the lights out and hopefully try to get some kind of a, so you can see me light it up in person. But that's funny, everybody I've shown video of this to, I've been like, dude, that's super loud. It's not really loud in person. I would say it's about 50% volume compared to some of my other sabers, including my Savi's Workshop one, and a toy saber that's plastic. But it's a really cool, just steady hum. Almost like the hum of a motor, a Starship Cruiser engine. I'm going to assume that's where they were going with this. And if you have to know, the blade is blue. I believe it has Clash, yep. The only thing it doesn't have is lockup. I have a toy lightsaber that has lockup. Basically the crackle noise when 2 sabers get together and try to make baby sabers. Alright, let's fire this pig up. Let me get a sip of coffee first, because I'm just waking up. And you'll get the idea. You know, first I'll let you see it light up. Ooh. Now it's a blue light. Now it's a white stick. Now it's a blue light. White stick, blue light. We know what a fucking lightsaber looks like, right? But, I mean, I will say this, though. The Galaxy's Edge sabers are actually, their quality's getting better. My Vader saber, it's not as sensitive as this is with the noises. You know? Especially with the Clash. Now, this one does have a little bit of a delay, but it's a lot better than my Darth Vader saber. This isn't associated with any character. How cool is that? No, I didn't turn the light back on, so you've already seen it enough. You've seen it enough! But overall, honestly though, joking aside, my final thoughts on this piece here, I absolutely love it. I originally, again, got it because it was going to be a limited thing, you know? My impressions, or at least my guess is they're not going to make any more. Whatever little they have left, they're just going to sell off. They're going to fire sell them. $120, it's a no-brainer, honestly. And I'm kind of hoping it will increase in value, or at least desirability. I like the idea of having the bragging rights of owning one of these, though not a lot of people know they exist other than, say, Star Wars and Disney geeks. The average person probably has no idea that this even existed. It's a cool piece. I really love the blend of, I want to say old and new, but now that there's 3 trilogies, you could go any direction with that. But prequel and original sequel. The design, you know, it's beautiful, and it's becoming one of my favorite pieces in my collection. And speaking of that, I mean, if you want to see any of the other ones, let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this? I would suggest for the $120 they want for it now, plus whatever taxes Florida has, I'm going to say right now it's a no friggin' brainer. This thing is gorgeous, plus you'll have the bragging rights of having something that was exclusive to one thing only that was way too expensive. And you're able to get your hands on it without having to spend that kind of money. And I bet you a lot of people who did spend $170 on top of the $2,000 a night for themselves are aggravated now that these things are being sold elsewhere. But hopefully they won't continue to make them. And I'll have bragging rights on this one. Guys, thank you always so much for watching. Again, let me know in the comments what you think of this. If you got one, let me know how, you know, your thoughts on it. If you made a video, let me know about it. Tag me or something. I'll go check it out. There's not too many. There's not too many that I've been able to find anyway. But guys, again, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave the feedback. It's all positive to me. Until next time, wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. Maybe I should have said wherever in the galaxy you are. Hey, I hope you're doing well. Don't forget the ding, 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 and all that crap. No, that's not my style here. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. And until next time, take care, creep it real, and bye-bye.